So being here today is a testament to your hard work, your perseverance, and your strength of character. You've certainly all earned your place here today. So throughout your time here at Portsmouth, you would have experienced and learned so much. Hopefully, you've also had some enjoyment as well. And I suppose the other thing that's added into that equation is the fact that your friends, your family, have been eager and anticipated your success as well. Having graduated from the School of the Environment and Life Sciences, many of you will go on to work in roles that have meaningful impacts on society and also the environment. You've developed a whole range of sought-after transferable skills in communication, critical thinking, research, and also resilience. And these are the skills that will stand you in good stead for a diverse range of professions such as environmental consultants, geologists, paleontologists, engineering geologists, transport planners, waste managers, and maybe GIS specialists. The list is endless. You are all leaving Portsmouth with a whole range of attributes as a University of Portsmouth graduate. You're now experts in your field. You should possess critical and reflective knowledge and a deep understanding of your subject area. Your education has made you an independent and creative thinker, fully equipped and ready to take on board what you've learned and to push forward the boundaries of your expertise. But this moment is not the end of your learning journey. You should actually think of it as the start of a new journey, one of learning and development through life. Regardless of your career destination, we want you to leave here and continue to develop, grow, and adapt as you go on your way. As Executive Dean of the Faculty, I'm immensely proud of you, as I hope your friends and families are. But most importantly, you should be proud of yourselves, because you've achieved such a lot. And whilst we're celebrating you and your achievements today, I'd also like you to take some time to recognise the people who have supported, helped, and also encouraged you throughout your journey. Your fellow students and peers have obviously been alongside you all of the way. They will have shared the experiences that have been invaluable throughout your studies, that have lifted you through the difficult times, but I'm sure they've also been there to celebrate and support you with the good times. And I sincerely hope that many of you will remain lifelong friends. It's my hope that throughout your studies you've been challenged and also supported to do your very best by the excellent academic and support staff here at the university. And whilst I know that they may not have always made your life easy, and neither should they, I'm sure they have created an environment in which you've lived, learned, and also flourished. And they'll have pushed you as hard as they can to challenge yourself and to perform at the very best of your abilities. But the other group of supporters, the friends, the family who have encouraged and supported you along your whole life, they've helped you when you've needed help, they've kept faith in you, and they've willed you to succeed. So never forget their support, and remember that today is an extremely important day for them, as it is for you. So if you're able, I'd like you to stand up and with a warm round of applause and some cheering, join me in thanking all of those who have supported you along your journey. So please be upstanding if you can. And let's say thank you. Thanks very much. I know it's late on a Wednesday, but I think we can probably do a little bit better than that. So come on, let's do it properly now. Let's say thank you. That's better. Thank you. So over recent years and recent months, as we all know, our world's become more uncertain and it's certainly become more unstable. Our lives and the lives of others, those who we love, do now seem to be dominated by financial crises, political instability, conflict, division, and discord. But it's in the face of these challenges, which I know that can feel overwhelming, it's easy to become pessimistic about the future in which the world that you're entering. That's why days like today are so important. They bring optimism and they bring hope for the future. And once you leave us, I hope you remember this university fondly. I hope that you remain a proud member of our Portsmouth family and take real pride in having studied here. Across the university, I'm sure you're aware, we have researchers who you've been educated by and worked alongside with who are world-leading, right at the cutting edge of their subject areas. Your education has enabled you to understand and undertake work that tackles the real challenges of the 21st century, all in an environment which has hopefully facilitated a very strong educational experience for you. So we sincerely hope that you've experienced and benefited from this wealth of expertise during your time with us. As I said, please don't let today be the end of your relationship with us. Let it be the beginning of a new one. And I encourage you to consider supporting the next generations of Portsmouth students who will follow in your footsteps over the coming years. And they too will be successful graduates. But as the current graduates, you can take a lot of pride in knowing that you have wonderful resource, wonderful advice, a new expertise, and inspiration to bring about change. Finally, I urge you to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, and also be ambitious. Never settle for second best. And it's on that note that I warmly congratulate you on your awards. And I also wish you every success for your future. Thank you and well done. The university has resolved to confer the award of Doctor of University, Honoris Causa, upon Tim Campbell.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is always a joy to stand before a graduating class to join with you for this moment of celebration, reflection, and new beginnings. As part of today's celebrations, I am pleased to say that we will also be representing an honorary university title. The recipients of such awards are individuals who, through their work, their passion, and through their example, have made a significant contribution to our society. It is with great pride that we welcome Tim Campbell, MBE, into our university community as we confer upon him an honorary doctorate. Before I invite Tim to receive his award, I want to share with you just a little of his life story and explain how he has used his own success to inspire others. Many first came to know Tim as the inaugural winner of The Apprentice in 2005, applying on a whim at the last minute after being sent the details by his now wife, Jasmine. Tim was not sure what he'd got into when he went to the audition to be surrounded by people in double-breasted suits with suitcases who were working in the city. But, having navigated the audition process, he never looked back. The winning project manager on the very first task, and ultimately the winner of the programme overall, appointed by Lord Sugar. Having subsequently worked with him for 2 years before branching out on his own, Tim is now back on the show as one of Lord Sugar's aides, keeping an eye on the new contestants. Whilst it is great to have Tim back on television, his greatest work happens outside of the confines of The Apprentice, in the real world. His diverse career has encompassed entrepreneurship, mentorship, and championing equality. Tim is the founder of the Bright Ideas Trust, a remarkable charity that helps people aged 16 to 30 who are not in employment, education, or training to start their own business. Since 2007, the organisation has raised millions of pounds and supported over 750 start-up businesses led by young people from underrepresented and underserved backgrounds. Tim has leveraged the relationships he has fostered with leading brands and leaders from across the City of London to provide a comprehensive package of support, including funding, mentoring, training and advice to help these young people overcome barriers and build successful businesses. In 2010, the then Lord Mayor Boris Johnson asked Tim to become his ambassador for training and enterprise. Taking on this voluntary role, Tim led a drive to create more training opportunities across London and set about recruiting more corporations to hire apprentices from underrepresented communities. In 2012, he was awarded an MBE for enterprise culture in recognition of his efforts. It has not, however, always been smooth sailing. Tim's upbringing was not always easy. Money was scarce, he explains, and that for his mum and 2 siblings, it was all about making sure ends meet. When he secured a place at university to study psychology, the first person in his family to attend higher education, he didn't want to put any additional pressure on his mum to support him. At one point, he says, he couldn't even afford a pot noodle. Tim's first job was in a second-hand shop in East London, which was not always glamorous, but he says did reward hard work. There was also a short-lived enterprise where he organised raves, but having friends as business partners and wayward clientele sometimes made things difficult. His first business after The Apprentice was a cosmetics company, which Tim says collapsed completely. It was this failure that inspired him to create the Bright Ideas Trust. For Tim, entrepreneurship has never been just about profit. Rather, it has been about potential. Leaning into his own experiences within business, he is focused on unlocking creativity in those whom society too often overlooks. He wants young people to understand that their ideas matter and that with the right backing, they can build something extraordinary. An underlying passion for Tim is his advocacy for diversity within the City of London. Asked how the city might be improved, he explained that I'd change the lack of diversity of thought, background and gender in the city, especially at senior levels. The gender pay, pension and investment gaps are stark, and we are missing out on growing our economy unless we unlock women's potential and those from ethnic minorities and poorer backgrounds of all ethnicities. Always one to follow up his words with action, Tim has partnered with Gina Miller at Money She, an initiative that has at its heart a desire to improve women's access to financial literacy and resources so that they can achieve financial independence. For Tim, who was raised as a single-parent household, the power of financial education is personal. Tim's commitment to delivering change is relentless. Through the Social Mobility Foundation, he highlights initiatives that allow talent to thrive irrespective of someone's background. As the official ambassador of the Black Talent Awards, Tim supports job seekers from diverse communities by recognising a spotlight on those who deserve to be seen and to inspire others by their example. Tim has also been outspoken about his experiences of cancer, after revealing in December 2013 that he had been diagnosed with testicular cancer. He has shared his gratitude for the fantastic treatment and care that he received and has used his platform to raise awareness. Earlier this year at the MOBO Awards, he shone a light on the risk of prostate cancer, in particular, highlighting how important it is for dads, brothers, sons and mates to get tested as they get older. That might mean they will get all of the important, life-saving earlier diagnosis. Tim remains a visionary force, using his platform to inspire and empower young people. His career reminds us that inclusion is not an ideal, it has to be a practice. To our graduates here today, I hope you are inspired by Tim's extraordinary energy and resilience. He has an unshakable belief in young people, in the value of your ideas, and your capacity to make a difference. Tim, on behalf of the University of Portsmouth, it's my privilege to thank you for all that you have done and continue to do to provide opportunities for all. We honour your unwavering commitment to shaping a more inclusive, compassionate and just society. It is my great pleasure to present you for the award of Doctor of the University.
Right. By the authority of the University, it's my great pleasure to admit you to the award of Doctor of the University Honoris Causa. Well done, congratulations.
Wow. Apologies, I was shaking on there. It was such a long time under the lights. You'd think I'd be used to it, but I'm incredibly grateful for the honour that was bestowed. I also apologise, particularly to the young baby in the front row, just at the front there. The screaming loud was my wife up there, so that was the loudest one you're going to probably hear for the rest of the day. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and of course my beautiful wife. And most importantly, you, the incredible graduates in front of us today. Can I just say, you all look stunning, So give yourselves a round of applause for turning out today. As we go on, we're going to get, I'm not a politician, so I don't want any politician claps. We need more energy claps so that we'll get throughout the day, but we'll soon get to those. Let me first start by saying thank you. Thank you for allowing me to puncture your session briefly before you celebrate with each other and, of course, your proud families. Thank you for being part of my celebration too, because this is slightly surreal, truly. When I look out at you, I don't just see blank faces. I see versions of myself. Don't worry, you might not want to look like me. That's okay, I can take that. When I was just out of university myself, a proud student who had just completed my psychology degree. I was ambitious, slightly unsure, very immature, but incredibly hopeful, fired up by pride, and ready to take on the world, or so I thought. Please take a moment, as was already mentioned, to make sure you never forget and thank those who are proudly looking on, because my mum was in that seat, never having believed that the first child that she could have would ever make it through to university because she didn't get the opportunity. So please don't take lightly those thanks, and once again, please say thank you to everybody on the other side of the room. To be standing here today as a recipient of this honorary doctorate, nominated by someone I hugely admire and deeply respect, your Chancellor and my very good friend, Karen Blackett, CBE, is a moment of profound humility for me. Thank you very much, Empress Blackett, that means a lot. And the word that I want to leave you with today is just that. Not thanks, but humility. Because if there's one thing that I've learned on my slightly longer journey than yours, coming from a single parent home in East London, to the apprentice boardroom and many boardrooms after that, from number 10 Downing Street to having a number 1 best-selling book, all of this means absolutely nothing. Because when you're not well, or you need help, or you're in a state where you can help others, all of the accolades that somebody will lovely read out before you mean nothing if you haven't done anything for anybody else. And why I say humility is very important, because it's not a weakness, as sometimes it's sold. It's actually a foundation of wisdom. Today we live in a very noisy world, a world that tells you need to be perfect, you need to be loud, you need to dominate, and never show any weakness. But I've found personally, the best leaders are the ones who truly change things, are not the loudest in the room. They're the ones who listen the hardest. They're the ones that serve others quietly, without needing to take a selfie to prove it. The ones who show up not for applause, though they deserve to get it. They show up because they understand the impact that they can potentially make. They understand that by helping others become great, you become greater still. Looking out at you, future climate scientists, environmentalists, dentists, psychologists, teachers, just amazing people, I see a generation of change makers potentially ready to lead very differently. You're graduating at a time where responsibility is no longer optional for leaders. You know that better than most, particularly if you've seen a recent Coldplay concert. Leaders have to be very careful what they do nowadays. Seriously though, you've studied it, you've felt it, you've argued about it. The reality is that now the world needs leaders not just to take up space, but to make space for others. Space for others to enjoy the world that we have, space for equity of opportunity, and space to advocate for the planet itself. That's for me what makes Portsmouth a very special place. I've been here a number of times, kindly invited to speak to many students here. I haven't just rocked up to wear this lovely gown and get rounds of applause. I actually believe in what you are doing. You've been part of a university that proudly declares itself ambitious, responsible, and open. And today, I'm asking you to embody all three. What do I mean by that? Ambitious, not just because you've graduated. That's fantastic, you did that. But because you dared to start. Responsible, not because you're here and you're looking on from your wonderful parents and guardians, but because you've chosen a path that aims to do the work that matters. And open to new ideas, to people who may not look like you or think like you, and to never seeing this as the end, but just a step in your lifelong learning journey. I agree. Now let me leave you with something very simple. When I graduated, my mum was so proud of me that she faxed my degree certificate to everyone in Jamaica. That definitely dates me, because most of you don't even know what a fax machine is. That's why the laughter only came from that side of the room. I got rice and peas and curry goat that weekend because it was an important thing for my mum. But I had no idea what I was actually going to do next. Because truthfully, up until that point, everything I'd ever done, I'd been doing everything to make my mum happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Rice and peas is a good thing. But it's important that I forgot to make myself happy, to make myself proud. Because yes, the accolades from these people on this side of the room is important. But what you say to yourself and how you conduct yourself is even more so. Here's what I've learned in my very short time. It's okay not to have it all figured out. It's okay to sometimes feel like a bit of an imposter. I still often do. And it's okay to lead in your own way. Quietly, kindly, and purposefully. Because you don't have to shout to be a leader. You don't have to be like anyone else. You are exactly enough, exactly as you are. And as you grow into the leaders you're becoming and will go on to be, remember, you don't have to break yourself or others to win. So whether you're going to be a dental nurse, a marine biologist, a student of future learning, or a teacher passing on the gifts to others, go out there not just to climb ladders, but to build bridges. Not just to make a name for yourself, but to potentially leave a legacy. And when you're in doubt, remember these three things. Be useful, be kind, and be humble. Thank you again for this immense honour, and to the class of 2025, 1 second. I will shut up, I promise. Go and be what you are. Brilliant. Well done, congratulations.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the formal part of the ceremony, and I invite the presiding officer, Vice-Chancellor Professor Graham Galbraith, and our academic registrar to make the formal declarations, after which the students will process. They will then be congratulated first by the Vice-Chancellor and then by myself as the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Science and Health. Before that, and while we're getting the students ready for their procession, we will be showing a short film of congratulations from colleagues across the faculty.
Happy graduation day. What a journey and what an achievement.
Your hard work has paid off, and I wish you all the best of luck.
It's with great pleasure that I'm recording this message today to wish our graduates every success in the future.
It's an amazing achievement. Your academic studies will have had lots of ups and downs, and to be here and to be celebrating is wonderful.
It's been a great pleasure to be able to support your aspiration and your career plan.
Today is the result of your determination, your resilience and your amazing talent.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
You have taken the first step towards a very bright future.
Never be afraid to follow your dreams. Remember, you're the only person that can fulfil them.
We know you take many happy memories away with you, and you'll always be a part of Portsmouth.
Go forth and conquer. Your journey to transform the world starts right now.
Congratulations! You did it! Welcome to your alumni community.
Good luck to all of you who are graduating this year. Have a fantastic future career.
Congratulations from the shop!
On behalf of all the placements team, we want to wish you all the best and congratulations on such an amazing achievement.
I'm really chuffed you finished your degree, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Congratulations on your graduation! Woo! Well done, everyone!
Congratulations on graduating!
Vice-Chancellor, as Academic Registrar, I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all their conditions and requirements of the University.
By the authority of the University, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Education, Languages and Linguistics. For the award of Master of Science in Educational Leadership and Management, Adam Denman. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of students from the School of Education, Languages and Linguistics. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of the Environment and Life Sciences. For the award of Bachelor of Arts in Geography, Joshua Batten. Molly Boyle. Isabella Bramley. Oliver Bristow. Zakia Kadji. William Clamp. Harrison Collins. With the Best BA Geography Dissertation Prize, Robert Elthie. Edward Jackson Mount. Edward Long. Gemma Luddy. Evan Lyons. With the Kate Hollins Award, Joseph Orbell. William Parr. Anya Sandel. With the Mark Martin Memorial Prize, Lucy Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Engineering in Engineering Geology and Geotechnics, Bridget Andre. Coco Bicknell. Dylan Ekioyo. Alexander Fisk. With the Atkins Realis Project Prize, Ronnie Jarvis. Adam Kryzu. Christian Nutty. Karen Rixham. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry, Alan DeChampo. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, Toby Baldock. Zachary Banting. Toby Bennett. Huan Yu Cheng. Yasmin Fulbrook. Simon Lowell Kakaiwa. Maddie Leach. Cleon Minya. Honey Moore. Jack Rogers. George Sadler. With the Dust Scan Prize, Bethany Sell. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science and Management, Julia Brito. With the Environmental Science Dissertation Prize, Joseph Tredre. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Geography, Alicia Abbott. Harold Berenson. Alex Berry. Samuel Blake. Philippa Blunt. William Brown. Grace Capers. With the Best BSc Geography Dissertation Prize, Isabel Carmichael. Poppy Carmichael. Shannon Cleaves. Benjamin Howe. Cleo Hughes. Matthew Jagger. Lucas McGee. Shannon Miller. Henry Mills. Jaren Odati. Jacob Owen. George Packham. Rachel Palmer. Jack Paul. Charles Powell. Charlotte Priest. Colleen Pusey. Tilly Roth. Joshua Seddon. Jamie Louise Setterfield. Finley Simpson. Tom Stanfield. Nikolai Tarasek. Gabrielle Thomas. Gabrielle Tuffin. Callum Urquhart. Herbert Venables. Angus Walker. Kieran Ward. Thomas Wood. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Geology, Saeed Al-Ajimi. Jassim Al-Qadari. Edward Bartlett. Titus Chege. Guy Fitzgerald. Matthew Henry. Jack Jenkinson. William Pittman. With the Jeremy Miller Memorial Prize, Tara Sungejore. Dimitri Thomas. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Marine Environmental Science, Caitlin Aegis. Elliot Carter. Lee Dan. Thomas Dixon. With the Planet Ocean Dissertation Prize for the Best Marine Environmental Science Project, Eleanor Fitzgerald. Harry Gale. Emily George. With the Planet Ocean Dissertation Prize for the Best Marine Environmental Science Project, Rihanna Keithley. Sophie Miller. Archer Turpin. Claire Way. Hayden Williams. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Paleontology, Ethan Ankers. Thomas Austin. Matthew Bardamosi. Carl Balvin. Joel Cameron. Gemma Cameron. Sorry, Gemma. Joel Chapman. Mason Collins. Luca Darcy Willett. Alexander Dillon. With the Dinosaur Isle Prize for Vertebrate Paleontology, Tom Duncan. Jake Greenidge. Luke Harrison. Madison Hills. Jack Laws. Samuel Lawton. Judith McLennan. Berenger Needham. With the Paleontology Project Prize, Cristina Ortiz Casaño. Marie Louisa Polkovoro. Archie Potter. Bryony Reason. Alex Nicole Scotland. Jack Thomas. Daniel Vance. Archie Wilson. Lux Bollers. Alex Woolston. For the award of Master of Research in Science, Paleontology, Edward Bartlett. Austin Bridgman. Amelia Evans. Kira Franklin. Charlie Hewitt. Hamza Imran. Jason Miller. Danica Mitrovic. Jack Norton. Alexandra Sutton. Benjamin Thomas. For the award of Master of Science in Coastal and Marine Resource Management, Balaruremu Azerbaijan. Neelam Vijay Gohari. Arasan Khan. Madeline Maidment. Charles Pearce. Sundus Rustam. Liliana Teal. For the award of Master of Science in Crisis and Disaster Management, Tegan Abbott. Abdulaziz Abdulkarim Al-Khatani. Kodran Saad Al-Irani. Lydia Boyd. Trakisha Dolores Davis. Adadiran Fagba Megum. Judith Gancha. Rachel Haynes. Abraham Curia. Lucy MacLeod. Tebug Ningo Juen. Juliet Aiko Oche. Awalia Otumun. Laura Prentice. Ikra Rahman. SK Kanta Reza. Anya Richardson. Liberty Rose. Kaylee Sengupta. Leon Sylvester. Eleanor Stanfield. Egle Zimakante. For the award of Master of Science in Engineering Geology, Vishnu Priya. Emmanuel Amoge Ategro. Anathu Chandra Babu. Mustafa Gok. Isaac Ukupore Igyobi. Asfandyar Khan. Ariselu Alfredo Mendez Gomes Nalulak. Haripriya Mutadet Satjish. Magnus Ndunaka. Oratili Moranwa Nuku. Malik Assad Rashid. Humphrey Chofor. Saif Ullah. Akshay Waril Salikoma. Anthony Wilson. For the award of Master of Science in Environmental Geology and Land Contamination, Oluwatson Dotu Adekoya. Shamila Chenkakati Mohammed. Christabel Ayere Agabiji. Ladida Ratan Zavitkot. Rakayat Balami Sanusi. Zainab Ali Shuwa. Holland Ravanu Alexander Sianbola. Kalistas Tobek Chukwa Oba. For the Master of Science in Geographical Information Systems, Organeja Solomon Adams. Gio Roy Gabriel Alfraz. Israel Adedeji Ayundeya. Bemia Beni. Michael Aladoji Bolarinwa. Louis Chiguye. Olawale Johnson Juba. Belrolinse Lakindum Efutengwa. Diego Leyenda Martinez. Mohammed Said Moka. Renuka Sanil More. John Okoli. Ramat Onu Tracy Oluwalabi. Rahil Regu. Oladimeji Felix Solanko. Arul Mosi Surinmuthi. Srilashmi Ushakumari. the award of Master of Science in Geological and Environmental Hazards, Navathneed Uonmod. Samuel Fiatz. Hannah Fitzgibbon. Kay Higgs. Umair Khan. Jonah Paul. Umna Rifki. Callie Stegel. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of the Environment and Life Sciences, for a programme of research in landscape change, soil erosion and runoff risk in the lower Rother catchment, West Sussex, evaluating data-driven GIS applications for sustainable agri-environmental policy, Catherine Hudson. For a programme of research in the design, development and application of a citizen science approach to coastal microplastic and mesoplastic distribution analysis, implications for policy and management, David Jones. For a programme of research in occurrence and quantification of polar organic contaminants present in 2 chalk streams in England and their potential impact on river fly life, Rosamond Robinson. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentations of students from the School of the Environment and Life Sciences. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the Faculty of Technology. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity and Forensic Computing, Adedeoluwu Sheyindemi. Emmanuel Ahaiwe. For the award of Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics, Luca Epinfanio. For the award of Master of Science in Quality Surveying, Rithrik Kununje Vasarende Alavuyeveya. For the award of Master of Science in Real Estate Management, Quadre Tiani. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentations of students from the Faculty of Technology. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of the Environment and Life Sciences. For the award of Master of Science in Biotechnology, Deniz Unja. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of students from the School of the Environment and Life Sciences. But don't go anywhere. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Computing. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Business Information Systems, Jeffrey Nil Ode Laye. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Computer Networks and Security, Alex Patterson. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity and Forensic Computing, Ghislaine Dezana. of Master of Science in Computer, Network, Administration and Management, Mekak Ali. For the award of BSc Paleontology, William Norris. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of students from the School of Computing and the School of the Environment and Life Sciences and today's ceremony.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you S.K. Cantor-Razor to respond to the University on behalf of the graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody present here. It is with great honour that I stand before you today to speak on behalf of all the graduates of the University of Portsmouth. Today, we are celebrating success, the success of all the graduates who have gathered here and worked with dedication and resilience to this day. We can proudly say that we have achieved a major milestones in our lives. On a day filled with hope and achievement, I am reminded of the words of Walt Whitman. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you. We all know the truth in those words now. Today reflects our hard work, persistence, and passion. Let's celebrate the dedication, the challenges overcome, and the determination that brought us here. They say that life is like a roller coaster. Well, after all the exams and deadlines, I think we can confidently say we have mastered the ride. It almost feels surreal that our journey together is coming to an end. We have grown in so many ways, personally, academically, emotionally. This university isn't just a place. It's where countless memories were made. The University of Portsmouth has shaped us into wiser, stronger, and more compassionate individuals, preparing us to face the world with confidence and integrity. To our lecturers, thank you for guiding us with wisdom, support, and encouragement throughout our journey. We are also grateful to the university and library staff for their invaluable support, and to the Students' Union and its societies for fostering connections, shared interests, and new passions beyond classroom. It is said that faith moves mountains, patience clears the path, and perseverance brings dreams into reality. Today, we stand here as proof of that. To the class of 2025, congratulations. We embraced the journey and we triumphed. And now, a world of possibility awaits for us. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. My name is Karen Blackett and I have the immense privilege of being the Chancellor of the University of Portsmouth. Firstly, a massive congratulations on becoming a University of Portsmouth graduate. We have something in common. I'm also a graduate of this university, and I graduated here in this very room in 1992, and I have very fond memories of that day. I especially remember my parents beaming with pride. They were first-generation immigrants from Barbados, and hence my graduation was an achievement not just for me, but for all three of us. Walking across this stage in the Guildhall, I felt immensely happy and relieved. But I also felt something else as soon as I walked down the steps on the other side of the stage. I felt nervous about what would come next. I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but I had no idea how to get there. Now, you might be feeling that too. Maybe you're not sure where you want to go now, or, like me, you know, but you're not sure how to get there. Even if you do have your first step lined up, you might still be apprehensive, and that is entirely natural. Think back to the days before you started your degree and you walked into your lecture hall for the very first time. How were you feeling? Excited, but also worried or nervous about the work, about the people? And look where you are now. You'll feel this time and again in life at times of change and challenge. Excitement and anxiety are two sides of the same coin. Let excitement win. The changes and challenges you'll experience keep life fresh and interesting and keep us learning. Twists and turns in the road make us look again at the scenery. And when we find one pathway closed, we learn to take a different route. Now, when I was finishing uni, I knew I wanted a career in advertising. And there I was, graduation day 1992, with a degree in geography. I knew nothing about the advertising industry, I had no connections, and I knew no one that could help me find the right route in. So I researched, what areas could I work in? How do I get into the industry? I applied myself to finding the answers, and I applied to so many graduate training programs, and I applied for what felt like hundreds of entry-level jobs, and I got rejected more times than I can remember. I didn't give up. With each setback, I came back, flexed, and changed my approach. You need bounce-back ability, and yes, that is a new word that I need you to learn and remember. I stopped fixating on the destination and I started thinking about my skills and the skills that I had learnt whilst at university. As part of my geography degree, I had completed a statistics module. When I saw an ad for a trainee media auditor, I thought statistics skills might get me in the door. And I was right. But at my interview, they saw something in me. They believed I had what it took to work in a different area, in media planning. And that's how I got started in the advertising industry. Was it plain sailing from there? No. In the early 90s, not many people in advertising looked like me. Despite the industry being 50-50 in terms of gender split, there weren't many women at the top. And there were no black women at the top at all. Most leaders had gone to a handful of universities and were networked and connected to each other. I could have given up and said, this doesn't look like a place for me. I can't see anyone that looks like me or has my background. But your career, like your life, isn't meant to be easy. Ultimately, it's what you make it. I firmly believe in persistence and resilience. Throughout your journey, you will experience what psychologists call learning dips. They are entirely natural. As you learn something new, your performance naturally dips. But as you get the hang of it, your performance starts to peak again. Now, there will, of course, be things that go wrong, things that do not go to plan. When that happens, I want you to remember this and repeat these words. Minor setback equals a major comeback. When something doesn't work, ask yourself, what can you learn from it? That's how you come back stronger and do better. And I've learned that from experience. Over the past 30 plus years, I've learned how to help what was my industry change. And the industry learned to do things differently. The world of advertising and marketing communications today is much more diverse and brilliant than it ever was. Is my mission over? Am I done? Hell no. I'm now a board member of Diageo, a top 10 FTSE 100 company. I've just joined the board of the British Fashion Council, and I'm a non-executive for the UK government in the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. My journey of learning and growth is ongoing. Here you are at the end of one learning journey, but let me tell you, you'll never stop learning. Today is not an ending, it is your beginning. Now, the world in which you walk in today looks dramatically different from when I graduated. It also looks dramatically different from just 1 year ago. The world does feel more divided than it ever did. There are negative influences trying to encourage us to fear, hate, and reject our differences, to separate and isolate rather than come together and care for each other with collective responsibility. You have the ability to change this. Now, I genuinely believe, and I really do believe this, that everybody has a superpower inside of them. Find yours, nurture it, and use it wisely. Celebrate the things that make you unique. Don't you dare try to blend or fit in. Find some genuine cheerleaders, the people that know the true you, all of your hopes as well as all of your fears. They will support and advise you on life's journey. They will help pick you up when you fall and give you the wings and the oxygen that you need to fly even higher. And you might well be sitting next to your cheerleaders today. You can find others in your new global family of more than 250,000 Portsmouth alumni, and that includes me. Tap into these wonderful connections, networks, and mentoring that this community opens up. And please, cheerlead others just as hard as they cheerlead you. Pay it forward. Be the change that you want to see. The world is yours for the taking, and it needs you now more than ever. But please, on your journey, remember to find your joy. And today, please celebrate, because you really deserve it. Congratulations on becoming a University of Portsmouth graduate, class of 2023. Really well done.
I'd like to add my thanks to all of our graduates and congratulations to you, but special thanks to all those who have supported them during their journey through university. I now declare this congregation of the university closed, and I would now ask you to be upstanding for the academic procession.
The celebration reception will start shortly. Please make